Alrighty boys, welcome back to another step-by-step video. Now today's video is going to be on Mozzie. Now the main way that you're going to be playing Mozzie is that you're going to kind of be using his 4 pests. He got buffed by the way recently where he got 4 pests instead of 3. So one of the things that you guys can do is like initially at the beginning of the round you can put your Mozzie pests in like very common like drone spots that people will like likely drone their drone through. So like for example I have them I put 2 Mozzie pests set for the warehouse staircase and 1 for the warehouse doorway, which is both really common positions. And then I also hold one of my Mozzie pests in my pocket here. And then I'm going to go ahead and get this drone inside of IT here, which is fantastic. And basically what ends up happening is I get 1 drone on the warehouse staircase, and then I get 1 drone from this IT drone that I got just by like just running around the site and just looking for drones in general. I'm going to put 1 for warehouse here, and then the other drone I'm going to go ahead and put for the connector push, which is also a very common push on this map. Now the main power I think with Mozzie is that it's kind of like just like a sit and forget type of operator, where like you can kind of just place your utility and then kind of just like go off and do your own thing, which I think is really nice. And then you also have the P10 Roni as well, which is also really powerful. And so the idea here is that I'm putting my Mozzie pests up in places that are specifically my drones. I'm putting them in places where a push is likely to come out, so we're going to have constant intel throughout the entire round of where people are going to be coming from. And then I have my Mozzie pests set in places where people are likely to push through there, so the fact that there's a Mozzie drone on it is going to be a big issue for an enemy team for droning. Now, these guys end up pushing doing a warehouse push here, and so what I'm going to end up doing here is I'm going to get onto my cameras here. I'm actually going to see that they're running into IT. They're trying to make a play through warehouse, and so what I'm going to do is I flank down Aqua. I'm going to go ahead and flank warehouse here. I'm going to end up catching this buck on the Raptors here and getting myself a free kill with the P10 Roni. This gun is an absolute headshot monster, and then I'm going to go ahead and get on a Valchem here. Now technically my Mozzie drones would have also worked for this kill as well, but I go ahead and nitro him below and get myself a free kill, and then right here I'm going to run up the staircase. I'm going to end up overheating here and end up dying. However, my Valk is going to end up clutching this round. Unfortunately I didn't end up clipping it. Now in this next clip, the main thing that I want to talk about is when you get yourself a drone and you're on the roam, so like you put all your pests down, you get yourself a drone. Now typically when you're roaming with Mozzie, I'd recommend playing on the first floor of any bomb site. Like say you're on the second floor, so like for example here we're on the initiation bomb site, and so I'm roaming on the first floor, and the reason for that is so that when I do inevitably get a drone from the enemy team doing a push, what's going to end up happening is I'm going to be able to nitro using that drone, because I'm going to be able to basically play attack on defense. So like right here I get my drone inside a cache here. I actually get audio that they're pushing for bunks here, so what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to go ahead and start droning inside of bunks here. Now the very thing that ends up happening here that is very classic that people love to do is that after they open up the main wall, they like to play behind this little cover right here. So I go ahead and use my drone to confirm that he's on that cover, and then I'm going to go in a yellow ping, get myself a free nitro kill from below, and we're in great shape. Now next up, we're going to be once again on Theme Pack. We're on the Armory bomb site, and one of the things I do here is I go ahead and get myself a free drone off rip. I had one of my Mozzie pests in my pocket when I was out on the roam, so that way I can catch myself a free drone to start the round. And then I'm going to go ahead and slap it onto this little like drone parkour spot. This is really good for split. And the main reason why I put it there is because I'm looking to try to essentially make it difficult for an enemy team to push this side of the map. Specifically because barrels push is really common, with also the split push being very common as well. So right here, I believe I actually end up getting audio that somebody's on the blue barrel window. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to swing aggressively, because he shouldn't know that I'm here since he hasn't droned very far into arcade. So I'm going to be able to swing that doorway, get myself a free kill on the hard breacher right there. That's also going to be diffuser down. So in this type of position, I'm telling my teammates like, hey, we have diffuser down inside of blue barrel. Now it is kind of in next to the window here, so it's kind of an awkward position to actually hold like and just focus it, because it's kind of like, you know what I mean, they can play on the outside, they can flank us from inside of arcade. So what me and my teammate end up doing is, one of my teammates, my zombie's playing inside of drug lab, I'm playing inside of storage here, and the idea that we're going to be going for here is we just want to hold this side of the map as long as we can, because the enemy team has to push for Blue Barrel to go retake the diffuser, right? It's a 5v4 position here. They are starting to drone us. They know we're in here, but we're going to go ahead and just shoot at all the drones, right? So they know we're both in here, which is fine. That's totally okay. Now what's going to end up happening here is there's going to be a guy that ends up going to my storage window here. He's going to start punching the window. Now he's not going to jump in. He's just kind of going to sit there and just try to see if one of us will like ego challenge into him. We're both not going to ego challenge him, so he kind of gets stuck in this position because he can't jump in the window, but he's going to be a free kill for me. So what he ends up doing, I believe, is he's going to go ahead and rotate to, I believe, Cafe for context, and he's going to try to push down Arcade Staircase at some point. Now right here when I swing back from doorway, I'm going to see a little hole inside of the soft wall, which tells me that somebody's already inside of barrels. Obviously, since we're playing in Drug Lab, that means they can go ahead and retake the diffuser inside of barrels. However, most people, when they retake the diffuser, they're just going to sit in there again. So like right here, I swing again on a double door. There's another soft wall hole, so I know this guy's playing inside of barrels. The important thing here is that the enemy team doesn't have a hard breacher anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and open the soft wall here with my C4 here, and then I'm going to go ahead and take an aggressive gunfight with this guy inside of barrels here because he doesn't really have any option except for challenging me, and the P10 Roni is absolutely gross, so I go ahead and get myself a free kill. Like I said, the Twitch is rotated upstairs to Cafe, and then he rotated down Arcade Stairs to try to look for a flank onto us, but we expected it, so we ended up getting ourselves a free kill onto him. Now next up we're going to be over on Chalet. We're on the kitchen bomb site. Now the thing that I'll usually do when I'm playing Mozzie is I'll put all my Mozzie pests for like very common drone positions. However, there's going to be some rounds where nobody drives their drones into your Mozzie pests until like very late into the round. So one of the things that I like to do is I usually will like to roam for like the very like ratty type of like solo pushes that some people like to do. So like one of those, for example, is going to be like for trench doorway or for the car garage doorway. Some people like to rush those places in a map and try to look for like some kind of West Main walk up, especially when you're on the kitchen bomb site. People love to do that. However, most teams are going to try to go for some kind of upstairs take. So what I'm going to end up doing here is I'm going to go ahead and start rotating up the fireplace staircase here, because a lot of teams will, by this time, since it's 2 minutes in the round, it's already been a minute into the round, they're most likely are going to be pushing into like a library. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and flank up the fireplace staircase here, and I'm going to go ahead and get myself a free kill on this Ash. Now one thing that's really important to know about this Ash is that he actually had no idea I was coming, even though I was like basically like full walking towards him. And that's one thing I really quickly want to talk about is when you're doing a flank, guys, like you might as well go fast in some situations, because a lot of times when you slow walk, people are going to hear it. So you might as well just go fast and just get into like one of those weird positions that the enemy team is just not ready for. Now right here, when I rotate back to site, I'm going to end up getting a yellow ping for one of my teammates. I'm going to go and go ahead and get myself a free nitro kill, which is fantastic. That actually came from my Echo. However, if I did have a Mozzie drone, I would have actually put it upstairs in bedroom, and then I would have been able to do the exact same thing of like how the Echo did as well, and use my Mozzie drone to find the guy inside the master and get myself a nitro cell like that. So that's why I wanted to show you guys that as well. Now right here, it's a 3v2 position. They do have upstairs control, so in this type of position we kind of want to just chill and kind of just see what their move is going to be in this position. Now for context, the enemy team is going to try to opt to go 45. They're probably going to look to open up this wall here and potentially also go down solar staircase. Now for context, this Grim is going to be pushing 45, and the Ace ends up opening up my wall here. So I'm going to go ahead and back up here. Now, I wanted to play where my dock is playing, but since my dock is playing here, I'm going to go ahead and rotate back deeper. And the one good thing about the P10 Roni is that it has no recoil. It just has the 1x scope. But it is a laser beam, so you can play longer angles as long as you are comfortable playing those angles. Now right here, my teammate's going to go ahead and kill one here, but I'm going to go ahead and catch this Grim. Now this Grim, I actually don't know how he got to West Main so quickly, but I thought he was going to push the 45 doorway, but he ends up walking out my West Main. I go ahead and get a free kill onto him. Now next up, we're going to be over on border. Like I said, guys, you want to use your Mozzie pests on very common drone placements. Now, one of the things that I didn't talk about that much during this video is using your Mozzie pests to help you when you're on a roam. So the main thing here that I'm doing is I'm going to be roaming the top floor here. And in hindsight for this round, what I should have did is I should have put one of my Mozzie's pests over by the lockers doorway and then had one on the archives doorway. Now, the main thing that I was looking for to do here is that I wanted to essentially prevent drones from going through archives. Now, The main reason why I didn't want drones to go through archives is because I wanted to essentially look for some kind of spawn peak play over on this side of the map. So you're going to see here, I'm going to double down my Mozzie pest on this doorway, and this is just so that if someone does end up killing me here, they're not going to be able to actually push this that effectively since I have 2 Mozzie pests on it. So I'm basically shutting down this side of the push. Now right here, this spawn pick is actually really strong. I actually do it a lot in a lot of the newer videos that I'm actually making right now, but in this specific clip, I actually don't end up getting a kill here. However, I do end up getting audio that the enemy team is outside of the workshop window here, trying to do like some kind of like early peek through the window. So I'm gonna go ahead and prep this window here, and then I kind of wait just to see if they like have any clue that I'm actually pushing here. And what I end up doing here is I actually am gonna end up jumping out here when my warden gets demos tracked, and I go ahead and get myself a free kill on this lion outside of the window. Not really sure what he's doing, but we get a free kill onto him. Now, the enemy team is doing a very hard lockers push here for warden, so I'm going to go ahead and get this IQ that is pushing up to try to kill my warden. Now, my warden unfortunately was getting Deimos tracked, so he ends up getting injured right here, and then the Deimos ends up finishing him off on Africa, but I'm going to go ahead and swing and get the refrag onto my warden, which is fantastic. Now it's a nice 4v2 position, and we're in pretty good shape here. Now this guy, for context, that's outside his locker's wall here, he's going to actually end up vaulting downstairs. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to go ahead and rotate downstairs because they don't really have any other operators that would work well on vert here. So what ends up happening is his ace rotates outside this double door for workshop, and he goes ahead and gets on his drone outside this AC unit. I end up hearing it, so I end up tossing my nitro cell outside of the window for supply and end up getting a free kill onto him. And then right here, I'm actually going to get audio last second of this guy pushing through customs here behind me, and he's actually going to like end up, me and him are going to actually end up passing each other right here, and he's actually going to run into the Capcan traps that my teammate has placed down on the double door for customs, and we end up securing the round right there. Well, anyway, guys, that's going to pretty much do it for today's step-by-step video for Mozzie. Like I said, the main thing you guys want to be doing when you are playing Mozzie is you want to be getting down your Mozzie pests early on in the round so that way you can get your guys some free drones. And then usually what you want to be doing is you want to go roam, since you do end up having the P10 Roni, and the P10 Roni is really good for a lot of gunfights in particular, just because it's a headshot monster. And what you can do with those drones that you get during the prep phase is when you're out on the roam, you can try to look to get yourself like some free kills using your nitro cells, and that's going to be like usually where most of your kills come from when you're playing Mozzie. However, a lot of the times what you can do is, like, if you're more like a roaming type of person, you can just run around with the P10 Roni and just absolutely dumpster people because you get like endless headshots on them, so it's actually really strong. Now, the main thing that I wanted to show from this last clip here, before I get into the not really like commentary clips, is basically, since the P10 Roni has no recoil, one of the things that you guys can do, and specifically on this map in particular for Theme Park, is when I go ahead and rotate back to site here, the whole enemy team is basically pushing Dragon. However, for context, there's going to be one guy that's going to end up pushing for Split. Okay, now my teammate's going to go ahead and kill 2 people on this Dragon doorway, but what's going to end up happening is the last guy is going to go onto this Split doorway here, and he's going to try to peek this little pixel angle here. Now, luckily for me, the P10 Roni has no recoil like whatsoever, so what I'm going to be able to do is I'm going to be able to just hold this on a very tight pixel and be able to just guarantee myself a free kill onto him, because there's really not much he can do in this position. Like, it's going to be very hard to pre-fire me. The rate of fire is really high, so I'm going to go ahead and get myself free kills. But anyway, guys, like I said, that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please make sure to like and subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and have some extra little clips here at the end of the video that you guys can enjoy if you guys wanted to see more gameplay of me using Mozzie. I did actually play him quite a bit and got a ton of clips that I actually didn't even know what I should put into this video to talk about, because, like I said, the big bulk of it is going to mostly be the P10 Roni just absolutely being a headshot monster, and then a lot of the times you're going to be going for nitros after you get your drones off rip, but that's pretty much the basis for the playstyle. The one thing I kind of didn't mention that I should actually mention really quickly is that when you are using the Mozzie pests, a lot of people will like be afraid of driving their drones through those Mozzie pests, so you can actually cut off like portions of the map really easily using your Mozzie pests, and like basically making it really challenging for the enemy team to actually push in those locations. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and let the gameplay clips start now. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!
Window the penthouse hatch.
Oh, I missed chocolate.
I'm playing Aqua right now. There's one on my Aqua about.
Heard.
Got us a new drone. Didn't even have to aim.
Droning on my Aqua about.
I have a touch drone. Sick. Oh, they know I'm here. Very convenient.
Walked in my Aqua, bro.
Yeah, I just walked into sight as well.
C4 set.
I mean, I'm below. Can't stop it.
Dokebee's bar in Aqua. One Aqua bout, gridlock.
Go Dokkaebi.
Gridlock dead.
One Aqua bout.
No way, he hits that!
Bar, dead.
Got him.
Last operator standing.
I don't know what last one is.
Oh, I don't. I'll try to come revive you. I'm coming, Vex. He's a VIP.
Okay.
Bombs in Aqua.
Why are these red?
Reloading!
Kind of cool. I'm about to sell my body, probably.
Swapping mags!
Coming to me, background.
For sure, Z's.
Why are you just
Nice.
running in like that?
Mission successful.
What's the chocolate thing? The chocolate thing is when people say chalk it, right? So
5 seconds left. Be ready for hostile action.
Wall reinforced! Hitting mag!
Castle, you're killing me, man. Oh. It's my least favorite operator in the game.
They were just joining here. They're coming in the stream on Thursday.
Alright, I'm just gonna roam.
needs to hold
So I don't have to deal
Aqua.
with it.
Ash shed.
We got a bad gap on Aqua right now.
Trying to go to Aqua side. I got Barb over here too, so.
Okay. I'm holding connector.
One just come bottom garage last scene and they opened up the IT breach. Charting IT right now? That's unfortunate. Ace outside IT breach.
Aqua. Flank Aqua, give me a sec.
Oh! Saw my feetsies.
Killed Aqua.
I'm reloading!
Nice.
Okay. IT?
One in IT, yeah.
Hacked a
Is that an
drone
accurate
direct.
yellow pin?
That's someone below. I swear someone's running below.
It's me. Unless it's an enemy player.
IT. I think he shut the Valkyrie.
Oh, I didn't kill him? That's nuts.
One's Raptors, one's IT, I think.
Okay.
We have Cam in Aqua, I'll let you know.
This is kind of bad for me. I'm in an off position. He's waiting for me. Alright, I'm gonna rotate. I'm coming, Zach. Is it Aqua?
Oh, they're not there. But, still got a Cam over here. Both IT, I think. One might be Raptors.
One IT door.
Walked in. Both. He's
Op
planting.
4,
Planting
last
red thing,
operator
planting red thing.
standing.
Nice.
Friendly's victorious. Hostiles
Oh,
eliminated.
that was ugly by me.
Reloading. Cover me.
Op 4 has located a bomb.
Gotta reload.
I want to put double on this doorway. Alright, I'm gonna go watch for their rush play this time.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds left. Keep an eye out for Op 4 attempting to defuse your bombs.
There you go. There's one of the rush guys.
Op 4 located a bomb. Protect it.
I'm pretty sure one hopped in 90. They're inside.
Deploying nitro cell.
In that, bro. They're in 90, bro. Pockets.
Is there a guy still in that window for sight?
You have been spotted.
Oh, he's not there anymore, chocolate.
I couldn't shoot the pistol.
City C4. C4 ready.
Sled.